welcome to Don Mackerel Game with me, Donald Mackerel. I don't know what's happened. It's gone a bit mad, to be honest with you. The sub count has shot straight through the roof based on that CEX video. So thank you, everybody who's come along off the back of that. I must warn you, though, a lot of the stuff that I do is just buying games. I'm looking at a stack of games now that I need to do a video on. Just buying games, unboxing them, and complaining about the standard of the games that have been delivered to me. I am doing something a little bit different today, though. I am doing my 5 favourite Xbox 360 exclusives and one absolute one of the worst exclusives I have played on the 360, and there's quite a few. There's quite a few 360 exclusives that are bad. There's quite a few good ones. I've not played any of the Halo series. Not played any of them. Not played any of the Gears of War. If I started playing one recently, say recently, last year, it was really, really good. Just never went back to it. So perhaps I need to get onto that. These are the ones that I've had a good old go on and I've really, really enjoyed. So remember, this is not even subjective. This is 5 good games that I have played that I would consider my 5 favourite Xbox 360 exclusives. By exclusives, I mean, I know they're not on PS3 or PS2. They might be on the Wii. They might be on the PC. I don't know. You guys all know more than me. I've not done any research. So the first one is Sonic the Hedgehog. No. We're going to go into the first one. Now, this has got its doubters. People don't like this. I genuinely think it's really, really good. I'm quite into me mech stuff anyway. So if that hasn't given it away, the game is Chrome Hounds. As you can see there, complete with my horrible sticker that I can't get off. They've actually put that on the case, as in on the inlay, sorry, not on the case. So yeah, I'm stuck with that. But really, really enjoyed this. It's by, I think it's, Sega. I'm sure From Software. Yes, From Software are part of it, which explains why I can't get very far in it. But it is what it looks like. It's just like mech sort of fighting. Just you versus baddies with your big mech thing where you can change your weapons on it, like load in, load out. It's got a nice little introductory campaign which teaches you the ins and outs of how to play the game. I'm not very good at it, though. I think you could play this one online back in the day, and that's where the majority of the fun came from, was from just blowing up your mates. But the solo mission is really, really fun. So I'm not awful at it. I'm just not great, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a lovely little addition to the library. Did not know it was From Software until I bought it, though. And as I say, trying to play it through, I'm not the best gamer. So you guys probably can do well on it. I can't. I just like playing it. I think it's really, really fun. Next one is something that a lot of people do mention in best games of the Xbox 360, let alone exclusives. The only problem is it's a 4-disc jobby. So it does... is it 4 or 3? I keep thinking it's 4. No, I think it's 3. Yeah, it's right. There's a couple of RPGs. One of them's 4-disc. One of them's 3-disc. This one's 3-disc. The other one, I think it's like Lost Odyssey or something, is a 4-discer. This is Blue Dragon with yet another sticker that I can't get off. Absolutely fantastic. Genuinely, really, really fun RPG. Probably more my level. It's easy to get into. Like I've got other ones like Magna Carta 2 and things like that are 360 exclusives. Not as good. This one, really, really fantastic game. Like fun gameplay, fun turn-based battle system, which is my favourite type of RPG. But the graphics in it as well, like, I don't know if I can show you on the back there. For an Xbox 360, they are brilliant. It's like playing a cartoon. It reminds me of, like, I'm not into this sort of stuff, but it reminds me of like Dragon Ball Z, like anime sort of art style. Absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to spoil the story for you, but genuinely, if you're an RPG fan, and you've got the patience to put discs in and out your console, like we used to have to do back when we had a PlayStation, get Blue Dragon. Brilliant game. And it's really cheap. You can pick it up for like £8 or something like that. So great, great game that is an exclusive to the system. Now this one, I'm a huge fan of the series in general. I loved them ever since the PS1 days. In fact, the second one in this franchise is one of my favourite games of all time. So it's no surprise that I like this on the Xbox 360. It's Tenchu Z. So it doesn't have the create a level mode that that Tenchu 2 had, which was my favourite thing. I think they dropped it after that, and it's like the best thing about the Tenchu series. But the stealth and the combat in this is amazing. I don't know why this was solely for the 360, Yeah, and again, From Software, so I don't know. I don't know if they had like an exclusivity deal with Xbox. Not too sure. All I know is that is absolutely blooming brilliant. And if you're a fan of stealth, if you're a fan of ninjas, trust me, if you grew up like in the 80s and 90s, you're a fan of ninjas. But if you're a fan of stealth and a fan of ninjas, get yourself Tenchu Z. Absolutely brilliant and definitely one of the best games on the 360, let alone exclusives. Fantastic game. I'm going to end on the biggie, so we'll go for this one next. This is a really good RPG, very underrated. It's not going to set your world on fire, ironically, when you look at the front and the title. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it's a good, solid RPG, and it's different from most of the things I've played. The way the game plays out is fantastic. It's Kingdom Under Fire, Circle of Doom. That's it. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant game. I think there was one on the original Xbox. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember. Sure there was. I don't know if it was on like PlayStation or anything at the time, but this only came out on the 360. I don't even think this got a PC port, to be honest. Great game though. Absolutely great game. It's more live action RPG, if you know what I mean. Like you control your character while he's fighting or she's fighting. I can't rave about it enough. And again, dirt cheap. You can pick this up for like £5 complete. All you got to do is do a little bit of digging. I remember I picked this up, one of my first ever Xbox 360 games when I started collecting for the system, and I thought it looked terrible. I genuinely was like, what the hell is this? I remember playing Arcania 4, and I was that bummed out by it that I put this in and went, no, didn't play it, got rid of it, picked it back up in a bundle, and I was just like, I'll see if the disc works. I put it in, and I was glued to it. I could not put it down. Sadly, I am of that age now where getting time to play an RPG is a tricky thing, so I need to go back and do some more on that, but what a game. Not game of the year sort of standard, but definitely a fantastic pickup that you need if you've got an Xbox 360. And the final one, don't worry about the version that I've got. The bog standard version is the best. This is a name that's synonymous with Xbox, I would say. There's a lot of people that aren't into this version of it. They go for the other branch in the series. I still like the realism of this. I think this is Xbox's answer to Gran Turismo, and it's absolutely fantastic. Forza Motorsport 3. I can't talk. I've got a cup of tea sat there waiting for me. Absolutely fantastic game. I can't understand how they got graphics that good on an Xbox 360. I can't understand how they got handling that good. Like back in the day, I did have my little Xbox 360 steering wheel, and until I got my PS4 one, this was how I used to play it. It was absolutely genius. Just sat there with me missus berating me, like going, you sad little man. Just going around the courses, complaining, like, this car's got terrible handling. I'm there, driving a bloody Skoda Roomster, complaining about going around the tracks in some high-level Honda. I don't know. But yeah, fantastic. Easily my favourite Xbox 360 exclusive. My God, I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Jesus. No, brilliant. And I would dare say that I'm a big Gran Turismo fan. I think the Forza franchise is better. Not so much the, Forza Horizon series. I don't really go for the arcade racery style, but for realism, oh my word, go and get that. And again, if you haven't got it, you probably haven't got an Xbox 360, because they're like, I think the bog standard version, you can pick it up for like £1. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, those are my 5. So we've got Chrome Hounds, we have Blue Dragon, we have Tenchu Z. I just hit myself in the face. We have Kingdom Under Fire, Circle of Doom, and we have Forza Motorsport 3. I really need that cup of tea. So, what is your Donald Mackerel? What is the game that is exclusive to the system that you think shouldn't exist? It is Wrestling Titties. It's Rumble Roses. Sorry, Rumble Roses XX. It is one of the worst games I've ever played. I quite like me wrestling. I quite like me boobs, if I'm honest with you. Not my boobs. I want to get rid of my boobs. I quite like boobies. Quite like wrestling. So you'd think that would be a match made in heaven. It is the most painful game ever to play in your life. The choice is very, very blooming limited, and you can make your own character, which looks surprisingly like everybody else in the blooming game. I can't even remember. I don't think anybody's got a different move set. I think they all pretty much just do the same bloody moves. I just remember having to sit through an intro where you have to sit through Yankee Rose by Dave Lee Roth from Van Halen. I just remember by the time I got to the actual game, I was like, this better be good. It was not. It was not. And it's quite valuable now as well. Not by quite valuable, I think it's like 40 quid, something like that. It's not worth it. It's not even worth 4 quid. So if you see it and you've got a lot of money and you want to invest, maybe pick it up. Don't pick it up if you like playing games, especially wrestling games. Lots and lots of perverts out there will go, it's got a great wrestling system. It's actually a really solid wrestling game. It's not. It's really bad. It's not a good game. It's not a good wrestling game. It is an awful game and an awful Xbox 360 exclusive. And that's what you're getting from me. This has been Donald Mackerel for Donald Mackerel Gaming. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, everybody.